We've had a lot of comments and questions about my blacksmith's apron. In fact, we even did a video on the blacksmith's apron and the purposes and the things that it protects you from and some of the folklore associated with blacksmith's aprons. A lot of people have asked, wow, where can I get an apron like that? Because apparently they like the looks of my apron. Well, we're pleased to announce that my friend Steve Harris, he lives right here, same town, who is a saddle maker, and he braids rawhide bosals and hackamores. He's a high-end leather man, has agreed to make a few aprons for us, and we've got them up on the website. We used the pattern of mine, which I've had for 12 years. 12 years? Yeah, about 12 years. And boy, it served me well. It was made by a local leather worker who's now retired. As far as I know, it's the only one he ever made. And he did great. You know, we had a little problem here, a pocket tore off, and I've got one rivet that's failed here, but you know, all in all, I'm just delighted. This thing protects me and it protects my clothes, and it's great. And so Steve and I, we went over this apron for general fit and size and proportion and attachment, and then beefed it up. And when you look at these things, you're going to realize, yeah, Steve is a saddle maker. He made these things like he's making harness. Number one, that is never going to tear out. You see that? That ring actually has a brass strap that goes down in between the two layers of leather and has a through rivet. And then there are 6 rivets holding that connection, and it's the same everywhere. Tear it out if you can. And they are full-blown, honest-to-goodness rivets. The snaps are the kind of snaps you would have on a horse's bridle, including these. Okay? It's just, both of these are water buffalo hide. One is a loop around the neck, and one is an X back. We're going to have them in either brass or this nickel finish. It's going to take me a minute to figure out how this thing goes on, but I think it drops over your head like this. Yes. And you grab the snap, and you bring it around, you click it in there, and you're buckled in. These are not adjusted to my size, but look at that. I mean, that's a real snap. So we're just easing into this, and these are the only 2 on the planet right now. You can get them in brown or black. You know, the color of brown varies based on the water buffalo or the animal and individual characteristics of the tan. But they're brown or black, and you can get them with brass or the silver finish. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take Steve to produce these. I would guess 4 to 8 weeks, depending on his workload. But they're going to be worth the wait. You can't buy them like this any place. Blacksmithing is work. Work requires rigging. This stuff is rigging. One of the things that sets this apart, got a maker mark right here. Can you see that? So this is him, Red Hawk maker, Steve Harris. This is me, Essential Craftsman. That'll be on every one of them. I'll have the back of them signed and dated. And you say, so what? It ought to be gold-plated for what you're charging. Well, you know what? When my mother-in-law bought that apron for me, it was a Christmas present. And when I opened it, I was a little bit appalled. I thought, I can't wear something that nice. And for the first couple of years, I was almost embarrassed to put it on with Si around because he's not impressed with appearance. But all of a sudden that thing broke in and it softened and it became an important part of the process. Now, you don't have to have an apron like this to be a blacksmith. You don't have to have an apron like this to be a good blacksmith. An apron like this will not make you a good blacksmith, but it's a good tool. And you know what the rule is about tools. You always buy the very best you can possibly afford. And if your birthday's coming up, or if Christmas is coming up, maybe someone you love and that loves you will buy you the very best that they can possibly afford. So as you probably know, the reason that leather goods are expensive is because leather's expensive, especially good leather. This is full grain leather. Not only that, but it's a premium cut. You see any stretch marks? You see any wounds or scratches or scabs or blemishes? No. This is good material. The straps are good material. It's bridle leather. They're valuable. Okay, they are valuable. And this is the kind of thing that when you're done, for whatever reason you're done, your kids and your grandkids are probably going to be wanting to get their hands on it. So think it over. You may not need this, but if you need it, go to the website, check it out, get a hold of us. We'll set you up. Thanks for watching.